Hi, this is Amy with Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today we are going to make a birch and black concrete house. Now I chose birch planks, stairs, door, fencing to be my wood accents. And then I chose black for my outside color. And I'm going to do white concrete on the inside because I thought that the black on the inside was just going to be too dark. So this is probably my second or third build like this where I'm doing two tones, and that my house is going to be 2 blocks thick, which takes more time. It's not always advisable, but that's what we're going to do today. So if you've been thinking about doing this, whether or not it's worth the time or the look, you're going to get it today. So with this build, I went ahead. I started with my front door area right here, and I built these two squares out. And this one's slightly smaller than this one over here. And then I kind of squared it off back here, and I was just like, oh, that's too square. I need a little something poking out. So I put some more flooring um, sticking out this way. This will probably either be a bedroom or a like formal dining room or maybe a family room. But filled it in. I have birch wrapped windows. Like I said, black concrete on the outside. And yeah, so I think that I would like to do a second story in the back part of this house, maybe just over the entryway and um, this side over here. I'm not sure. I still have decisions to make. I just started building this off the cuff. I started by picking my materials and I just started going for it. So let's go ahead and keep building. I'm going to grab my white concrete and we're just going to start filling in and deciding and making decisions about how we want the back part of this house to go. I'm going to start with just my bottom floor and decide, do I really want to do a second floor? And if so, how's that going to look? How's that going to work out? So, like I said, I'm wrapping it in black. It is not, I love the look of it, but it is not time savvy. It definitely takes more time to do it this way, but I think well worth it so that you can use some of those darker colors without having like everything be dark in the interior. All right. So if we come in to the front, you're going to see all this. You know, let's go ahead and start an upstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm doing 7 because to make 5, you need at least 6, right? Because you got to have an in-between block and then one more block between my ceiling and the floor. Well, the top of the floor. All right. So if we do that, let's say we keep this one story until here. We're going to come up right here to make our second story. The trick is to know exactly how everything is going to work to like figure it out as you go, and that's okay. It's all right to not know like, well, how am I going to do that? Well, you just start building, lining everything up and just figuring it out as you go. So to kind of make sure that I'm lining everything up properly, I'm going to bring my roof line all the way to my second story over here so that I can make sure that I'm making it look right and not causing more work for myself later. So guys, in the future, I am hoping to be able to do more editing. I'm going to be getting a new computer soon, and I'm going to be getting some editing software and hopefully learning how to do the editing software so that I can be making a little bit better videos. And I'm really excited about that. Because right now, all I do is record gameplay on PS4, and half the time I lose the clips because somebody calls while I'm recording, and then I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, and I end up getting rid of it, which I don't love, but it's happened. This is why we're actually starting this tutorial after my flooring and the first part of my house was made, is because that's exactly what I did. My husband called, needed to talk to me. I was finishing up the tutorial, and when I was talking to him, I pushed the wrong button, and it didn't save my clip. It got rid of it, and that was the end of that. So I'm really gotta just stop answering my phone or getting better at telling people, hey, I'm gonna be recording, so please leave me alone. Alright, so that's gonna be that. So these walls were just to help the placement. I don't need them anymore. Alright, so that's gonna be this room right here. That's gonna work out well. And then we'll have the upstairs over here. And I think we're gonna end the upstairs right here. And the rest of the house is going to be, possibly the rest of the house is going to be one story. Maybe we'll do 2 stories just to this piece. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. Have to make decisions yet again. Do I want to keep the 2-story back there? Or do I want to just do the 2-story on that half? Is that going to look weird? No, I don't think it will. I actually think that's going to look nice. So maybe we'll get rid of the 2-story over here. See, just decisions. That's the great thing about Minecraft, though. It's very forgiving. It's really easy to change your plans and be like, hey, I think that's going to be plenty of room for this house. And that's going to be fine. So we'll get rid of this. So 2-story here. We're going to call that good. Boom, block. Which also means that I need to decide, am I going to do a wraparound to finish that, or are we going to do another A-frame roof? I think I might do an A-frame roof actually, instead of a wraparound like I did on my last tutorial. Which might give us like an attic space that we could make into additional living space if needed, since my 2nd-story part of my house is not that big. I tend to build big. I don't know why. I just tend to do that. How's that going to look? Ooh, I like it. It's eye-catchy. Oh, I could dig it. Alright, let's do this. Fill in our wall here a little bit. Maybe place another window. It's a nice open entryway. I like it. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think about the two-tone house? The white on the inside, the black on the outside, having the walls 2 blocks thick. What do you think about that? I would love to hear what your thoughts are. My thoughts are this, that it takes more time, but depending on why you're doing it, it could possibly be worth it. But not always, which is why I don't always do it. Not to mention that a lot of the building materials that I use, I don't mind being a part of the interior. So I'm going to wrap a little bit of this black around to just make sure that I don't need to add any more white, that it's going to work out okay. I don't know if I'm going to be adding any windows here or not. We're just going to go ahead and get the black up. I don't know what it is, but whenever I build in Minecraft and record what I'm building, I make so many mistakes and slow my building down so bad. I don't know what the problem is, but it's like talking and chewing gum and walking at the same time. I can't build and talk and record at the same time, apparently. Alright, so are we going to wrap this window like I did my other windows with the birch? Let's take a look, see here. Get myself some black to wrap it with. Let's see if it's too much or if we are going to like the look or not. It's a pretty big window. Also, I'm interested to hear about, there's a couple of windows, like this window right here, over here on the side, because of the way they hit, there's a couple windows that are not wrapped in the birch. Do they stick out? Is it okay to have some that aren't because of the way the birch wouldn't wrap around them properly? There was too much birch in this one, right? Because it was be touching the other birch, and it just didn't look right. It didn't have the window wrapped look anymore after that. So let me know what you think. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I think I'm going to leave that. I think I kind of like that birch. I think that there should definitely be some windows up here in the future, but we're going to wait until we get more of a floor plan up there to know where the windows are going to go. Alright, let's fill in some ceiling here. So I am also excited that not only am I going to be getting computer editing equipment, which will help me to, I can download these videos onto a zip drive and take them to my computer and use that software to edit the videos that I make, but I'm also interested in getting Minecraft for PC and doing tutorials on my PC. And I would love to hear about some of the differences. One of the things about building with Minecraft on a PS4 is it is relatively slow. And I'm wondering, is it just because of video editing, or can you build faster on the PC? If so, that would be like a good reason for me to get Minecraft for my computer and do my videos and play that way. To give you tours of, holy crap, that always just scares the daylights out of me. Like, the rain doesn't bother me, but then the huge thunder, holy cow. Alright, so like I was saying, if you can build a lot faster, place blocks a lot faster with PC, it might be worth to do your videos on there. You could do less editing, but we'll have to see. The only problem with that is that I have several worlds and lots of builds and things that I'm going to be doing tours of that I would like to share. And to do that, I need access to the worlds in which I built them. So that's on the PS4. So we'll see how it all works out. I don't know. I'm hoping to be able to get enough of a base of people that like watching these Minecraft videos that I will have some options of bringing you videos in the future that you will hopefully love. Okay, so I can already see a problem developing. So here's the black outer part. And now I'm going to have, so I'm going to want to place a stair like this, right? This isn't what I'm going to use, but this was already in my item stuff. So here's the stairs for the roof, right? But then it comes out more, so you could do a slab, but it's not going to look right. It's not going to look the way most roofs do. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill in with the second one. Now the only problem with this is I guess it's not a problem. It's like the only problem is then you have to put the black in the front and like this, and I think it's not going to be a problem. It's going to be fine. So we will have to go like that. But then everything's going to line up, and we'll be able to place stairs for our roof as usual. So I think it's going to be fine. But that's the thing, right? I don't build in this two-tone business very often, and there's this host of like issues you have to figure out that are a little more difficult than when you just build and you use the block that you use for your outside look is also your inner walls. So a whole host of issues to think about when you're building this way. So I'm noticing that as I build in these worlds, there's these weird noises, and I don't know what they are. So like there was that weird kind of spooky noise I just heard. If you know what's making that noise, could you tell me in the comments below? Because quite frankly, I have no idea what it is, and it's kind of creeping me out. So if you know what it is, tell me in the comments below so I can know what's making the creepy noises in Minecraft. There's no mobs. It's peaceful world, so there's nothing spawning. So I'm like, what could it be? It's not a moo, it's not a cow, it's not a chicken or a pig. Those are the only things out here. So I don't know. And donkeys, I guess. Horses. Still, it's like not an animal noise. It's like a monster noise. So what is it? So you could technically go on the inside and destroy that inner block that I'm just covering, but I'm probably not going to do it. I don't really think it's going to be worth the time that's going to take to do it. So how do you guys think this is taking shape here? How is this looking? I think we're doing okay. I like the 3 different A-frame points for my roof. I like the black with the birch wrapped windows. That's a nice detail. I think I'm liking it. We're going to come in. You're going to see this is like, I'm going to come in. I'll probably do a staircase here to go up. This will be a living space. Okay. I like to just kind of get an idea, like how is this going to go? All right. Quite a bit of one-story space as well, though. Alright, before thunder starts and like freaking me out, let's just get rid of it. I can't believe like it was just raining. The rain cycle in this world is ridiculous. I need to have my kids remind me how to turn off the weather permanently and edit my world, so I just don't have to deal with it. Now, I don't know exactly how this roof is going to look quite yet. I know at some point I'm going to have, right, this A-frame dead end into something, but we will get to those solutions shortly. So I'm just going to carry this over all the way across and see what it looks like. I'm not positive that I'm going to like it, but I'm going to get a feel for it and just see how that looks. I think it'll be okay. It's so dark, it's hard for me to even see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's going to be that one. And it is going to just line right up. that is pretty much done. Let's hope this lines up properly. I think it's gonna, yes. Alright, so we're carrying the A-frame roof over this part of the house all the way to the back. And we integrated the A-frame going the other direction that's going off of that little cutout of the house. So there we go. That's going to be delectable. Alright, it's coming together pretty good. Let's finish off this roof. Okay, yep, that looks cleaned up. See what I mean? Like, I just turned the rain off. And here you go. It's rain time again. Alright. Fill in this wall. Once again, this is tall enough that I could do like a little loft or a second story, perhaps an attic, or just leave it like a nice open vaulted ceiling. That is also a doable choice as well. So now what's left is, obviously, we have to wrap the black over the white to finish that look. And it looks like we're having the same problem as we did with the other A-frame roof with the two-tone white and black. And I guess I could really just use the black to fix it. I guess it doesn't have to be white, it's going to have stairs on it anyways. But we got to get this in line. So here's another thing we need to decide before I end here. What am I going to use as my final roofing? Do I want to use the birch stair? Or is that, not going to look super great? I think it's going to look fine, but I'm going to wait to make my final decision until I start putting it up and really see if you can see the other little bits of birch so that it blends in. Let's get this roof finished. This always sounds like a cow throwing up. But I don't really know what it is. It just sounds gross. Alright. So, we are not completely wrapped in black. Our walls are not completely done. I have more windows and more birch to wrap. But here is the basic design of my house so far. It's two tones. It's black on the outside, white on the inside. We have mostly A-framed roofing. And it's coming along pretty good. I only have the capacity to record for an hour on my PS4. Otherwise, I start losing minutes from the beginning. And that's happened to me once before where I did a tutorial and it took me a few minutes over an hour and then I lost a few minutes at the beginning of my video. And I don't want to do that again. So we're going to go ahead and end this video. But this is it. This is a two-tone, white on the inside, black on the outside, two-story house. There's parts of it that are one-story, parts of it that are two-story. We're just kind of making it up as we go. It's going to be a large house, kind of how all my builds end up being larger than I expect. But I'm excited. We're going to finish our outside exterior and the roof, and then come on inside. We'll go ahead and we'll finish the walls and windows, and then we'll start building walls on the inside and deciding where we want to put our living areas. Where's the staircase going to be? How big is that upstairs going to be? Is it going to be an attic over here or vaulted ceilings? A lot of decisions to still make, a lot of time, and some more perimeter building to do first. So let me know, you guys, was this helpful? Let's talk more about the two-tone walls. Is it worth the time? Is it worth the look? Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Keep building, and we'll see you next time.